Okay, that's our destination up there, Yeavering Bell. This is the site of an ancient castle said to be the home of King Edwin, one of the early Anglo-Saxon kings. And nearby, over there, there's the River Glen. And allegedly, King Arthur fought one of his early battles at the River Glen. Now there's a River Glen here, and there's another one in Lincolnshire. And a lot of historians think that it was highly likely that because of the nature of the battle that was partly on horseback, it would have been here as opposed to the one in Lincolnshire, because that would have been fens and bogland, but this is much better open country for horseback. So, could have been the scene of one of King Arthur's battles. This place is chronicled by the Veritable Bede. Apparently he visited here, attempting to convert people to Christianity. And there was a Bronze Age settlement here. There was a stone circle here. It's over there. This was a flight crew from the Canadian Air Force that crashed in 1943. The crew are buried here at St. Gregory's Church in Kirknewton. Here we saw a microcosm of the trees that would have been around during this time of ancient Britain. There was oak, ash, and a beautiful solitary Scots pine up towards the end. I recorded this afterwards because I had audio problems at the time. A lot of the trees of this nature started to disappear into the Iron Age when the fort was where we were heading for was built as the land turned colder. We headed up the high fells, and there ahead is Yeavering Bell, and you can make out the remains of the ramparts. And as we continued up, we started to, with moody teenagers, we started to spot goats high up on the hills that have been here since Roman times. So we're approaching now the old south entrance. That notch up there would have been the gap, I think, in the fort that was actually had gatehouses there. And it's felt that the ramparts were deliberately disassembled because the distribution of the stones down the bank indicated that they were actually physically disassembled. And of course, some of it was used for rebuilding by gunshots, by crofters, etc. So there's a little shelter here, probably the remains of either a cottage or a stell, a sheep shelter. After that shooting there, the goats are on the go, running across the hill up there, just in the gap up there. Nice if we can get closer. So we're crossing the ramparts, the southeastern aspect. Absolutely silent. You can see the remains of ditch work here. Amazing day. So we're on the northeasterly summit of Yeavering Bell, and they used to farm on the plains down there. Imagine going to work down that bank every day. looking straight over to Hedgehope Hill here. Yeah, well, we went the other week. You've been good. Right, you can see where we are, where the little red arrow was there on the summit of Yeavering Bell. And just down here on the ramparts, it's the southern entrance that was the main fortified entrance. And just inside here, there was 2 large stone houses. So it's testament to how important this site was, because for Northumberland Hillfort to have had 2 large stone houses is pretty unusual, I believe. And it's not known who lived in them, but certainly one of them would have been the chieftain or local king. And it's speculated that the other one was for a druid or important spiritual person. It's to try and work on the druids and pagans, like this little pagan here, that Saint Paulina came to this site in, I think it was 670 AD, and visited Ardgirfen down in the valley to try and convert the pagans. So Joel, we're going to follow the ramparts back round, and we'll go and see the others. So you can see that even now, something like 13 to 1500 years after this site was abandoned, there's still a significant amount of stone here. Oh no, they found us.
She was following your scent, Dad.
Wow.
All the way down the hill. Oh, hello, Dad. Come on the phone.
I never thought I'd see the day.
What's that?
Just said to me. Can I have a Huawei phone?
They're nice. They're nicer than iPhones.
The camera.
You heard it here first. Better than the iPhones. Hooray! So Georgia said, I think she thinks this is the nicest scenery that she's ever seen.
I think so.
It is. Like the thing that I was down there taking pictures of those trees with the sun behind it, and now I'm taking pictures of clouds and sun.
So it's winter, well, it's the beginning of November the 8th, something like that, so it's, what time is it? 3:30, and we better get down the hill. Got stuff back at the car to make hot chocolate. Joel's got plenty of energy today. Fantastic. We're descending now back into the 21st century. Great book. Just what I needed. Cheers. Thanks very much for watching.